One of the websites that holds some of internet's biggest mystery is definitely 4chan. This website, that's based on different forums similar as Reddit, holds some weird, creepy, and mysterious content. Some of it are even games that popped out of nowhere and don't have an exact answer or just simply can't be resolved. One of the games we're going to be looking at today is called Station.x. So, in order to understand and put you guys in context on what we're going to talk about today, we first need to know what happened on the actual 4chan website. So, on the September 26, 2014, an anonymous 4chan user made a post explaining how he had found a very strange game that he had purchased on a second-hand store in Rochester, New York. He uploaded the file to the platform and said how it was a game that had been made using Blender, a modeling and animation dedicated software. Once people saw this, they were tempted to download the game. So they did, and it turned out that the game was very weird. Here's a basic rundown. You are in what appears to be the real world, in first person of course, in what seems like a factory that's not functioning at the moment. Nothing seems to be happening until you've been a couple of minutes into the game. Once you realize, some figures that have faces and bodies that have a moon-like structure start chasing you, and if they end up touching you, the program just shuts off. This game caused a lot of intrigue to all users and players because it was just very random and it felt like it had no real meaning. It wasn't until a user found an interesting detail that would generate a huge mystery among all of the ones that were trapped on the actual game. One user found what appeared to be a code. However, inside the actual game there were some coordinates inside of an invisible wall that would send people over to a location on Siberia, Russia, that turned out to be two stations or buildings that were similar to the ones inside the game. They were actually a diamond quarry and a rocket shaft that had something written on one of the walls. The text said CC18 Satan. Another fact to know is that there was a website that later turned out to be connected to the actual game because people found it there. The website was called semperprotinum.com. This website, no matter where you are in the world, is not going to let you access it unless you have a passcode to it. However, people don't know what that passcode is until this day. However, people thought that the location and website were actually connected to the government. Some other users tried searching for the game's actual Blender code and found some numbers that had no real interpretation. I'm going to be displaying those numbers on the screen so you can have a better understanding and meaning of what I actually meant. But what they did find out, however, were a set of coordinates that this time were hidden inside a SSTV file, a Blender coding file, that revealed an image that had the coordinates in it. The second location, which was another place in Siberia, Russia, seems to be linked to scientific investigations surrounding genetic experimentation and disease control. After all of this, an user called RussiaBro assured that the previously mentioned website was now deleted by the army. So, after all of this, we can see how Station.x was a very weird and encrypted video game that started out as nothing and ended up creating a full entire mystery that even till this day, people don't have an exact answer on what the game meant and where it actually came from. Now, one of my theories insists on how the actual creator could be lying. Now, I don't mean to accuse, and also I feel like Station.x is a very interesting game, so that's why I wanted to actually make a video on it. But I feel like somebody could actually be smart enough to make like a very weird and creepy, unexplainable game on Blender and just grab two places from around the world that seem sketchy enough to actually make it seem like something very mysterious. But I definitely don't know because, I mean, it's still quite weird that somebody would actually link to genetic experimentation and disease control place or website or whatever it is. But I definitely feel like we're not going to actually be getting a full answer to this actual mystery. So we can just leave it out to our imagination. So, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You can also let me know what you would like to see down below. Comment if you have played the game, what are your theories on it, and overall, what you feel like this game actually means. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you on my next video. Goodbye.